and welcome back to my channel. Today it's not gonna be a hair tutorial per se. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I use in my hair to get it to grow this long. So I went and got a silk press and a trim after about 4 years. I used to go regularly to, well, not regularly, once a year I would go and get my hair pressed out once a year. But then my stylist moved and I did not want to go through the hassle of finding another stylist. If you live in Atlanta, you know what a struggle that is. These stylists are something else. They have all these crazy rules. They are not personable. Their customer service is lacking. It's just, the list goes on and on. So I just didn't want to deal with the hassle. So I just protective styled for 4 years with wigs. Now, disclaimer, I have always had a head full of hair. My hair hasn't been this long though since I was a kid. But you know, as you grow up, you relax it, you color it, you do all this type of stuff to it, and you know, it breaks off. None of that stuff is healthy. So when I got pregnant with my daughter about 7 years ago, I went completely natural, and I've been natural ever since. And my main #1 protective styling is wigs. That is what I use. So anyway, it has been 4 years, and I decided that I just could not take it anymore. Like, I could not get my braid pattern flat no matter what braid pattern I used. So no matter what braid pattern I used, my hair just would not be flat. And I knew it was growing, I just didn't know how long it was. So last week, I go to get my hair done, and when I walked in, the stylist, she's a new stylist. I've never been to her, but I know people that have and have had good experiences. But she looked at my head and she was like, you know, could you wait for me? Okay, I waited because she already had 2 people in front of me. Another reason why I hate going to the salon. But she made up for it. She made up for it, and I will be back. So when she finally got to me, she looked at me and she was like, your hair has to be butt length. And mind you, this is before she did anything to it. It wasn't stretched or anything. And I was like, I don't think it's butt length. Maybe waist length though. I just didn't know because I hadn't straightened it in a long time. Okay, so I'm on my tangent. She washes my hair. She blows it out. She does her treatment. Then she flat irons. And I'm going to put a picture just to show you guys how long it had grown. I have a before picture of before she trimmed it, and an after picture of after she trimmed it. You guys, it was ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, so that is why I was miserable. So everyone in the shop was asking me, what did you do to get it to grow like that? She even asked me, you know, she was asking about my family history, all this stuff. And I told them, I do nothing. All I do is wear wigs. That is it. So with all of that being said, I know I just talked a lot. I'm going to show you guys the products that I use. Okay, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to my hair. But let me tell you what I use. And these have been my go-to products for years now. I love the As I Am. I use the shampoo as well. But my husband used my last little bit, so I don't have the bottle. But I use the As I Am Curl Clarity Shampoo. And then I use this leave-in conditioner. These are my go-to, especially when I'm wearing textured hair, because I feel like my braid pattern doesn't have to be that flat when I'm wearing textured hair because it's going to be big. Also, as a leave-in, yes, I double up on conditioners. Sometimes I use the leave-in. Sometimes I use this coconut co-wash. It's actually a co-wash, but sometimes I use it as a leave-in because right now I'm out of this. So I would use this if I don't have time to go to the store. Sometimes I use both of them. It is very important when you are wearing wigs and you are protective styling with wigs that your hair is moisturized. It has to be moisturized in order to stimulate growth. Or honestly, if it's dry up under your wigs for however long you wear them, I wear my wigs for 6 weeks at a time, it's gonna break. So I make sure it's really, really moisturized. Another product that I like to use when I'm wearing my wigs, I like the Design Essentials line. Now I use this when I'm wearing like Yaki straight, more straighter textures, but I use this and it's almost empty too, you guys. But this is what I use. I will actually place some links in the description box for you guys. I get this from Sally's, but now my local beauty supply store has it as well. But I use the Design Essentials Natural Blow Dry and Silk Press collection. So I use the shampoo. This is step 1. So I use that. Then I come back with the moisturizing and detangling conditioner. This is step 2. And then I come back with the blow dry primer. I love this stuff. I use this even when I don't use the shampoo and the conditioner. Step 3, I use this whenever I'm blow drying my hair. When I tell you it cuts down on the blow drying time, it's their step 3, their blow dry and styling primer. Now, this is what I don't use. This is step 4. I'm just showing it to you guys, but it's a thermal protectant cream. I don't use this. I don't like it. It makes my hair heavy. And I don't use a lot of it, so I'm not sure why it makes it heavy, but it's a moisture sealant, and it could just be my texture because some people swear by this as well. But I don't use this, but it's a 4-step program, so you could just get this if you want to seal in moisture. So those are the 2 shampoos and conditioners I use when I'm wearing wigs. Here is what I think is the culprit of making my hair grow so fast. My hair has always grown, but it grew fast. Even though it's been 3 years. Like every time I took off a wig, I knew it was longer. This is what I think my culprit is what made my hair grow super long. I use this to grease my scalp or oil my scalp every single time I come into a new wig. I only use it that one time. And the reason why I like using it is because it really kept my scalp and my hair moisturized. When I tell you, when I take my braids down, my hair is still moisturized. I use this, but what I do is I pour it out of the bottle and I pour it into an applicator bottle, and I oil my scalp with it. After I'm done oiling my scalp, I rub some all over my hair and then I braid. Another reason I like using it is because it makes my hair easier to braid as well. So I think this was the culprit. I actually stopped using this about 6 months ago. I only use it on my daughter now because I am trying to get her hair to grow out, and it's working. Her hair is thick and long. So I'm gonna keep using it on her, but I can't. I'm too old for all that hair. So I stopped using it on myself. Those are the products that I use with my wigs. Wigs are amazing, but to stimulate growth and to promote growth, you have to make sure that you're taking care of this up under the wigs. If you don't, I mean, it defeats the purpose. You pay all this money for these pretty wigs, you pay all this money to get them installed. Make sure your stylist knows what she's doing. If you don't go to a stylist, I showed you some products that you can use at home. I will record the process of me actually using these products, but you can use these at home before you go to a stylist, because I know some of these new age stylists, they are not into hair care. So you can do this at home before you go, and that way you know that your hair has all the moisture it needs while you're up under a wig. That's all I have. If you guys have any questions, just comment below. I am very good about answering questions, and I just want to thank you guys for watching.